A warm welcome to You're a Wizard, a magical sleep saga inspired by the world of Harry Potter, where you are the main character. As you take a moment to get comfortable, remind yourself that this is your story, and there are no limits to what you can add to this adventure. Anyone that you meet along the way throughout this saga can be whoever you want them to be. They might be people from your own life, a famous figure that you admire, or a character from the books. So be sure to bring along your own unique imagination. Let your thoughts turn to those of magic, wonder, and adventure as we continue our Harry Potter sleep saga. Your gentle giant joins the professor's table now, and the deputy headmistress stands beside the sorting hat. The headmaster stands up and taps his spoon against his small sherry glass. The great hall falls into silence. He welcomes you, one and all, at last to this magical castle. Here is a place of enchantment and wonder, a place of adventure, of trials and exciting challenges. Here you will put your skills and your character to the test, embarking on your own unique journey to become a great student of magic. His eyes flick to meet yours. He tilts his head and gives you a mischievous smile with the corner of his mouth, followed by a subtle wink. You feel your cheeks flush, and a wave of nerves passes through your stomach. And without further ado, he adds, it is time to begin the sorting ceremony. Your best friend grabs your arm excitedly as the first name is called out. You watch a young witch hesitantly step up to the stool. The headmistress places the sorting hat on her head. As soon as the hat makes contact, you notice it takes the shape of a face lacking detail, but with a big leathery mouth and drooping eyebrows at the top. The mouth is moving, and although you cannot hear any words, it is clear that the young witch can. Her eyes look up and trace left to right nervously. Then the hat opens its mouth once again, and out comes a booming voice that echoes across the hall, calling out a house name, this time for all to hear. The young witch shuffles down sheepishly and joins the students underneath the blue and bronze banner. Suddenly, the headmistress calls your name. In that moment, the world around you seems to come to a complete standstill. You look at your friend hesitantly and slowly make your way up to the stool. The headmistress gives you a comforting smile, and you feel your nerves melting away in her presence. You sit and gaze out across the hall. Everything in front of you is a blur now. You are focused only on the sorting hat as it is lowered down onto your head. As it touches your crown, the great hall seems to fade entirely, and even the crackling of the fire has disappeared. And then you hear it speak.
Well, well, well. Here is a promising prospect, if ever I saw one. I wonder where to put you.
Then your thoughts turn to the 4 wizarding houses. You focus intensely on your favorite house.
Yes, I thought that would be your choice. It makes sense. But are you sure?
You find yourself repeating the same words over and over. Yes, I am sure. Yes, I am sure. And then the great hall comes back into focus. Your best friend stares at you in anticipation, and the hat bellows out your chosen wizarding house, and a huge wave of relief washes over you. An eruption of applause and cheers come from your new house table. You are met with handshakes, pats on the back, and many happy faces welcoming you to your new house. And an unstoppable smile beams across your face. You look down, and your black tie transforms into the 2 colors of your house. You cannot believe it. In a happy daze, you watch a series of students being sorted left and right into their new houses. And then your best friend sits at the stool. Before the hat can even touch their head, it bellows out the same house name as yours. Of course, it had to be. They are your best friend after all. They climb down the steps and run over to you, and you fall into a tight embrace. You welcome them to their new house and watch with delight as their tie changes color too, matching yours now. Finally, as the last student is sorted, the deputy headmistress takes away the stool, and with it the sorting hat. Its mouth and brow have faded now, and it looks very much like an ordinary brown leather hat. That is, until next year. The headmaster stands up and once again tinks his spoon upon his glass. He calmly announces that dinner is served. Before your eyes, out of thin air, appears the most wonderful feast you have ever laid eyes on. Huge silver platters of delicious roast dinners, vegetables, and fresh hot gravy are dotted along the table. Enormous cauldrons of soup are floating just above the table, with freshly baked bread giving off an enchanting smell. There are golden goblets that fill by themselves with whatever drink you desire, You simply say the name. And there is dessert too. Silver and gold plates stacked high with chocolate logs, cake, fruit, and freshly made candy. This enormous buffet is encompassed by an enchanting stardust that drifts around the table in celebration of this magical feast. It is a bounteous banquet with every type of food you could possibly imagine. A ravishing hunger comes over you as you begin to fill your plate with all your favorite food and request your favorite drink from your golden goblet. You sit close to your best friend, still marveling at the wonderful magic going on all around you. As you enjoy your feast, you feel the food start to warm your stomach. You savor every beautiful bite and every tantalizing taste that dances across your tongue. The drink in your goblet is refreshing and cleanses your palate. In this moment, nothing else matters. You are here in the place of your dreams, sat with your best friend, enjoying delicious food and a wonderful atmosphere. Just then, you see the friendly ghosts of the castle drifting into the great hall. Some come through the floor, and others appear through the large windows or out of the walls. They are not scary, though, not in the least. These ghosts are the true guardians of this castle, and they are welcomed by everyone. There is a grand countess pacing the stone steps to your right. A knight on horseback gallops around the teacher's table. A ghostly court jester juggles white apples on the far side of the hall, as many more wonderful characters mingle around. Some of them acknowledge you and the other new students with a smile or a tip of the hat, while others are simply there to enjoy the atmosphere. One of the ghosts, a rather plump gentleman wearing a thick white Renaissance wig, floats above your table, gurgling on a goblet of wine. On his last gulp, he lets out a very loud burp, and your table erupts in laughter. The ghost swoops out of the hall, chuckling away mischievously. The infectious laughter echoes round the table, and soon the entire great hall is sat giggling away at the belching ghost. You gaze around this truly magnificent hall, with its perfect stonework and enchanting atmosphere. Above you, the candles burn in small orange spotlights, and beyond that is the swirling galaxy of stars, paired with the pulsing orb of the moon. As conversation mingles round the table, you let your mind drift to the day that you have had, and you think back to your journey so far and all the wonderful memories you already have that will stay with you forever. You suddenly remember the lovely black and white sleepy cat who guided your way here. And although you miss them terribly, you know that right now they are probably enjoying a hearty dinner back at the tavern and will very soon be curled up by the fire, ready for a long sleep, chasing birds in their dreams. You think about the joy of meeting the gentle giant today, who, as you turn to look at him, gives you a happy wave and a beaming smile. You reminisce on your wonderful train ride and seeing your first ever dragon, the first of many, you hope. Your thoughts turn to the enchanting boat ride across the glistening lake and the unforgettable sight of your new forever home, backed by the infinite night. You truly belong here. As the feast comes to an end, the plates of food and goblets begin to fade out of sight until you are left once again with the thick wooden tabletop. There is a full and satisfied feeling washing over you now, and a new heaviness in your body. The headmaster announces that all new students are to follow the prefects of their house to find their common room. All of your belongings and your animals will be there waiting for you. As you exit the great hall, you are guided through long stone corridors with high curved ceilings and decorated with hand-carved pillars. Many oil paintings hang on the walls with moving pictures. Some feature famous witches and wizards, or diplomats in the wizarding world, and others are paintings of scenes, wizarding battles through history, or famous magical families from ages long since past, their memories kept alive through these enchanted paintings. Before you know it, you are shuffling into a small wooden door and through a tiny corridor, your eyes half closed. As you round a corner to your left, the room opens up into an enormous Victorian living space. There is a huge log fireplace surrounded with white stone set in one corner, giving off a roaring glow and a perfect heat. The furniture is decorated in the colours of your wizarding house. An oil painting rests in the middle wall, a huge portrait depicting the founder of your house. The wooden floor is peppered with rugs, again in the colours of your house. Blankets and cushions of all sizes are thrown over the armchairs and the sofas. There is a collection of small wooden writing desks where one or two older wizards are already scribbling away on summer assignments. Circling one half of the room is an enormous bookshelf packed full of old leather-bound books and dusty hardbacks with loose pages. Some of the dates on the spines of the books reveal that they are over 900 years old. Above you is a beautiful chandelier with a collection of dimmed lights spinning gently on the ceiling. Your best friend leads you to a two-person sofa, full of blankets and pillows, and placed directly in front of the fire. A few other new students join you and sit opposite in different armchairs and sofas, or perch on the rug. The group shares a smile, and you let out a collective sigh after what has been a truly exhausting day. Your friend puts a hand into their pocket and pulls out their piece of napping nougat, bought from the friendly old lady on the express. They break the nougat into small chunks and pass it round the group. As you chew this delicious, sleepy snack, a murmur of conversation begins around the group, and you take it in turns to tell your tale about how you arrived here. Some of your new friends are already from wizarding families, and so were expecting the letter. Others are like you, completely unaware of having this magic within them. You realize how comfortable you feel already, and how quickly you are settling in to your new home. The fire roars gently, and you find yourself slowly drifting out of the conversation and into a deep relaxation, your eyes becoming heavier and heavier. A magical aura washes over you, and the atmosphere in your common room is a peaceful paradise of warmth and comfort. You are sinking deeper and deeper into the heavenly cushions, warmed by the wonderful crackling fire, and feeling the magic of the napping nougat. It is an incredible thing to be completely free from thought and open to a world of possibility. You begin to feel that drifting sensation now on the borders of sleep, and just before it can take hold, you decide to bid good night to your new companions, and, followed by your best friend, you wander down the stone corridor toward your bedroom. One of the prefects points the way to your room, and you thank them with a sleepy smile. Your feet flop heavily on the concrete as your half-closed eyes guide you now, step by step, closer to bed. In front of you now appears a small wooden door. As you approach, the metal latch flicks and the door creaks open by itself. You are standing in a cozy room with a collection of comfortable beds and decorations, all in the colors of your wizarding house, illuminated by the starlight beaming in through the window. There is a powerful enchantment in this room, and the stars themselves are singing their very own lullaby tonight. Your luggage is stacked perfectly at the foot of your bed, and at the very top your animal is fast asleep in their cage. You poke a finger through their cage and give them a loving stroke on the top of their head. Eyes closed, they give your hand an affectionate sniff before dropping their head back down into sleep. Your best friend has already flopped down onto their bed and murmurs a muffled good night as they drift off in an instant. Before you know it, you are under the covers of your own bed, sinking deeper and deeper into this cloud-like mattress. The soft pillow supports your head perfectly, allowing you to completely let go. From the window next to your bed, you can see the vast grounds of the castle, illuminated by the spotlight of the moon and dotted with silver stars above it. You feel blessed to call this castle your home. The dreams you had of this place for all those years have finally been realized. And now you are on your own wizarding adventure. This is your story. You know now that no matter what, this castle and this world will always be here for you whenever you need it. It has been a perfect day, and you feel a gentle excitement run through you at the thought of tomorrow. Tomorrow, you begin your first lessons in magic. For now, however, it is time to rest, to relax your body and soothe your mind, to enter a world of dreams where you might glide above the highest mountain, or climb the tallest trees, or sail an enchanted sea. The stars will watch over you tonight, and they will guide your dreams. You are safe. You are warm. You are protected. Your eyelids are heavy now and firmly closed. Your body and your mind is sinking deeper and deeper, and any remaining thoughts are falling away from you, leaving nothing but a beautiful black canvas decorated with stars and the twilight moon. You give yourself final permission to let go now and allow yourself to drift into an enchanted and peaceful sleep. This magic is yours.